right, hello, and welcome, Tauruses. Welcome, Taurus. This is your first monthly message for April. Thank you all for tuning in. I am using the beautiful No Bad Vibes. This is such a lovely scent. It is blue oud. I really love it. All right, this was what came forth during Piscean energy. We have now shifted into, we just had the spring equinox. It is 3-2-1 today. So we have a bit of a countdown. We're jumping into the unknown with this Aries energy for sure. Please keep in mind, welcome if you're new to my channel. I do sometimes often give names, dates, times throughout to give guidance and clarification for individuals tuning in. Welcome. A lot of names actually coming through with this one. Okay, 406. I did see Virgo energy and Aries. Okay, 110 Capricorn, 112 as well, 111. There is also, I'm getting the name Benjamin, Small World Ben, Kevin, lots of Kevins, Sean with a W. There's a connection with the dragons potentially, or the dragon oracle, Bumblebee. Okay, we're gonna have multiple videos for this month of April, so click my channel to find all your other videos. We are jumping. I decided to leave it how it was. I just completed all of the Aries bonus birthday messages and all of their April messages. If you are an Aries sun, check those out. I saw a 911 though and a 912. Those could just be spotlighted. And that 110. There's also Cancer sign energy, 702. There's been a lot of Leo. I feel guided to direct you even to, there's been lots of different goddesses and everything. So if you are new and haven't checked out your March monthly, because I am still in the March energy as I'm doing this, the retrograde is finishing up, but you know, we're a little bit of shadow. Spring equinox, okay. Gnosis. We also have Easter, okay. 401 is going to be the full moon in Libra's energy. Happy New Year. April Fools. That's also Passover. And the craziest thing, actually, Taurus, is that working with this new deck, this brand new deck, all of these were chosen for Aries birthday season. I know I saw others. 415, 417. Okay, there is Libra there too, but quite a bit of Aries. But Jesus be coming through pretty strong. Wisdom as well. Also the goddesses, okay? I did get some Egyptian pyramids and stuff, which is kind of crazy. A lot of Taurus Leo. Now you could also be dealing with other Tauruses. I had listened to Linda Likes Tarot for a while, but she's a fellow Taurus, and I felt guided to check it out. So maybe there's something there for you. She's a fellow Taurus. And then Intuitive Kev. I've always seen this weird thing between. Now I'm saying regarding their energy when I listen to them, okay, that they'll have a similar. They have a similar frequency, yeah. So a lot about even knowing your own, like, your Chinese New Year, right? We're in the year of the horse, but your birth year as well. So sometimes that giving clarity, and they brought up goat and ox. Anyways, maybe investigating or learning more about that. I don't know. This has been so cool though. The transparent oracle. And I thought how amazing it was. So jumping into the unknown, something new and something old. Okay, these are little higher levels. Some of you, I'm getting this vibe I'm supposed to tell you that like 3, 2, 1. Some of you, I mean, you're gonna, obviously there's gonna be people who listen to it in the beginning, but some of you that it's connected where you first listen to your third video, I don't know which one that's gonna be. Okay, we have modern life oracle. Okay, this is a little bit about what's in, you know, in the 3D realm of this technological life. We have cosmic, I want to say cosmic, okay? I don't have cosmic in here. Weird. Pop art tarot, which is kind of like some comic book. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So vibrant, different colors. So whatever you're also tuned into, they can give you messages regarding different relationships and stuff like that, of course. And then the pink oracle. But the star of the show is the transparent tarot and transparent oracle. This is something I have loved so much. I actually had the weirdest thing. Taurus, we're going to talk about money, of course, for this month. So it's like, oh, I felt this, like, I knew I needed to purchase some of those, you know, things that are everyday lives. And then there was, of course, we have birthday seasons, and I actually have, you know, also Taurus, you guys could have some birthdays coming up in this month of April. And of course, when that happens, I haven't quite decided. We have a few other decks. We might be doing some roasting. And the Outlaw. I might want to even continue working with these transparent oracles because there's some deeper stuff. So we kind of leveling up. So these are different levels, right? Anyways, it was absolutely crazy what was coming forth. I actually had this weird vision. I don't know if I would call it that. What is it? Like, you know, the Bible story of like Moses and the snakes. Okay. And then him getting mad at is it the Israelites? I don't even remember all of it. But I actually, like, it was more like it wasn't me reading the story. I actually was like seeing it. And talking about the snake bite. Okay. So what if we're going to see venom? Ooh, venom. But, and in the scriptures, it's talking about, you know, him making a bronze serpent and then manna from the sky. They're all complaining, but it's always been about like freeing. It's been about freeing from a sense of tyranny, you know, from the Egyptians, even the Pharaoh. Ooh, and we have Passover. And of course we have Easter. So all being learning, gaining this wisdom. Okay. Gnosis coming. These are like big downloads. But full transparency, there's the sun energy, Emily Carding and Kim Kronzes. I'm incorporating them both. Let's jump into these. It's really fascinating. Okay. Tauruses. So I'm going a little backwards from the Aries. It's just easier that way. So don't forget to check out your other placements. So there's been this connection with the Fae and the Fairy realm. Okay. So, which makes sense for me as a Libra of why I was drawn into this, although we don't have any fairy oracles. But we were kind of, this is some connection even with healing. Chiron energy, Chiron intuition, check his channel too, potentially, and Eris. So even if you guys are into your astrology, check out Laurie's channel, Lunatic Astrology, for her spring equinox. It's very fascinating. I love learning with those too. Okay, I'm gonna split it. Oh, no way we see the horse, though. I always think the chariot. So sometimes when I get you know, my ancestors coming forth, I'm getting my grandfather that is on my mother's side. So that could be a representation. Now they could be a different zodiac sign or coming forth for you, or a connection. Weird. Leo even, or another Taurus, Cancer sign. Oh, I think of Sag and Gemini. Interesting. Virgo. I don't know. Let's just check it out. We're learning together. This is like that sad energy. To tell a story. Now, I did kind of shuffle a little bit, clearing the throat. That looks like the sun. There's a flower in there or something. Okay, and I'm trying to not have the reflection there. But there's so much to this. There's so many layers. So we're going to start there. I feel like being guided. I'm sensing an us, or why do I keep saying us and them? It could be different collectives, okay? Or you and another person, vice versa. So you decipher who you are once again in this story, all right, which represents the most. And I'm going to bring the camera down because I always think this is about also what you see. And how cool it is. We're learning together. it is deciphering it. Thank you once again for tuning in. I hope you do have a beautiful month. And once again, when we get to your guys' solar return birthday season, don't forget to check my channel for your birthday messages and you guys setting the stage of which oracle and tarot we'll be working with for the month of May. I love flowers. I feel flowers, but we'll see. We'll see. I've been letting the pendulum help decide. It's been fun. It's not always for everybody, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so wow. Now these are most likely 25, 18, 25, 5, 18. Weird. Okay. 525, Gemini. Wow. 6, 1, I'm seeing here. Okay. Now let me see on this side. Give me a second as I try and decipher. 32. There could be ages. 45, 54, 53, 503, 504. 36, 53, 32, 23. Okay, they could be coming through for you. Okay, I don't even know, guys. I'm just gonna grab it and we're gonna start. I'm gonna give you the main. Okay, this one is number card 25. So if you want to check out, you know, you're always welcome to tune in at the unboxings if you feel so guided, if you're into this type of stuff, right? And that's where I did read Understanding This, okay? It's the fairy, it's a fae. Fae, I see above. Venus, 48. Okay, 408 could be spotlighted. I did see someone turning 48 or 47 as well. Maybe some Aquarius energy or Sag, 12-4, 12-5, 124, 125. Where's Venus? Venus moving into Aries energy. Yeah. But, ooh, when Venus moves into your guys' energy, it's going to feel very much more comfortable with the loving energy instead of being in the Aries energy. Okay. So Venus is like, you know, it feels exiled. I was getting the Banished Priestess. I don't know if I'm going to give you guys music. Some cool music though, but Scorpio definitely also popped in, okay? I don't know if I'm going to give you the rest. Oh, yes, Ben, okay? Small World Ben. I'm getting something about the spiders. And then I had the weirdest thing. So like a wolf spider with all her babies. So, and then the little jumping spiders. Ralph. I always said it. His name is Ralph. Okay, but Dottie, okay? And all bugs go to Kevin. And then I had the weirdest thing, dude. There was literally in the true crime community, Justin, okay, or just in the nick of crime, you check his channel. It was like, okay, seriously, like she was inspired by Home Alone. Okay, this Marissa, and she threw a tarantula on a tenant or something. So weird connections, okay? Small world. Marissa, Justin, Benjamin, Ben, and Kevin, Linda, even, Emily, all different names. They can have synchronicities. Sorita and David. Okay, so I had a weird thing. I know we're just chatting here, but right before I came up here, I needed to purchase some stuff. And there was some stuff like organizational stuff. I get this with that Virgo energy, even like some bookshelves or, like, so for me, I was like, I've been looking at this paint because I have lots of paint and I need to organize. And it went on sale. So I was like, okay, right timing to get it, right? We're always looking for a bargain, right? And then there was a couple other things that like I didn't necessarily need, but I mean, actually I have a Taurus daughter and her birthday's in May and I already bought her something. Oh, and your fellow Taurus, let's not forget Trent Reznor and Nine Inch Nails, whether you like it or not. Actually, some of you do. But anyways, and then I got like the Deftones music, and back to school. Dude, okay. This is weird as I'm just like sharing what's coming forth, okay? Before I even get into it. So, it is officially a spring break right now when I'm doing it. Like I said, it's 3, 2, 1, the countdown. So when you go back to school, it's not gonna be like the 30th. Okay, so some reflecting on that. Now, like I said, I'm putting this out early for some of you who are hearing this early. And we are talking about into the future energy. So as always, you look at these things as a forecast. And nothing is set in stone. There's always options and choices. Right. So the 25th being spotlighted. So maybe 425. I did see 421, even 422. I'm not going to give all the different dates for you guys, but so here's my thing. So I got these organizational things and some drinks and stuff like this, and then something for even my husband. My husband's an Aries, his birthday coming up soon. So there's a lot of things to do. It's like action time now. Go. Okay. Y'all like Senti Gold and go. Okay. Karen. Senti Gold, Senti White. The song is Go with Karen O. People want my power. But it's action time. I know that seems odd because you guys are like, I would feel like take your time at it though. Okay. Jupiter. So we might see some planets here. Let me go back. The guide. Oh, no way. Okay. The otter spirit, joy. Here we go. We're going to the west. Ooh, the wild, wild west. Okay, west coast. The ocean. Okay, no way. Weston. Okay, guys. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek. Okay, because I might open these up when we get into your season at the end of this month. That's why I'm incorporating it for April. The Outlaw Oracle. Okay, rebellious. Inspired. I do not like country music. Is that weird? Outlaw country music movement. Maybe it's like Hillary too. Yana. Saint Levi. Levy. Need something a bit stronger than love and light. Okay. So there's always a sense of balance. We need a little salt in it with the sweetness, right? And then we got the roast iconic. Now, those ones did not get picked for Aries energy. Potentially even if you want to get it with a little Sag and the Disney and the villains. But I also have these beautiful flower oracle. I always feel like or even the relative oracle. I don't know. So I'm just putting that out there. Those are some of the potential new ones. That one's a little different. Could have a past life connection with country or something, or outlaw. I mean, and then I was even bringing up Jesus, and I have this weird book called The Outlaw. I know, and I feel like maybe even pulling in with like Back to the Future. I have all of this inspiration, but that's the thing. Deciphering what to put together and getting a sense of organized chaos. I don't even know. So the landscape, we heading to the ocean. You could be on the west coast or heading over there. It doesn't have to be, or deciding. No way. Scorpio there too. And 7-4, 7-5, a lot of Cancer sign. And look, we have the Chariot. So you could be dealing with a Cancer sign over here during that season. I was seeing there's Gemini too, but 6-2. This says 74, 75, and 25, 205 even. So I do get some Aquarius and Cancer sign energy there. Yeah, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7, 11, a lot of Cancerian and Aquarius. You could have that on your chart or heading west. Leo there too. Oh, and there's the Scorpio. 11, 12. Okay. The ocean. This is birth, death, destruction, healing, purification, and voyage. We got Scorpio on. There you go. Ocean is the most inspiring and powerful manifestation of the element of water and the powers of this direction. We are, all of us, surrounded by this great body of water, which composes over 70% of the surface area of the planet. The earliest forms of travel from land to land were across the body of the ocean, by which we are all connected. Life is thought to have begun in the ocean, in which many mysteries still wait to be discovered. Ocean is the great mother, absorbing pollutants from the atmosphere and blessing us with her abundant life. Just as she gives herself, though, she can destroy with such cataclysmic events as tsunami and floods. World mythology is full of references to the Great Flood, which wiped away ancient civilizations to begin the cycle once more. To immerse ourselves in ocean is to return briefly to the womb of the goddess, and great powers of rejuvenation and cleansing can be found here. Just as in the greater world, these same powers can sometimes overwhelm us, leaving us lost in a tidal wave of or a flood of emotions. However, if we are strong enough to come through this process, we can emerge with all our unnecessary attachments washed away and start again as one reborn. Oh boy, rebirth. Okay, so you guys could have this on your, somewhere within your own personal chart, or be dealing with these different zodiac energies, zodiac signs. And I see the Chariot, but I mean, that's like fire energy too, running, and earth, so fairly balanced over here. Weird. Okay, so once again, if you are new, we went for March's energy, and just because it is, we are there. Check my channel, scroll all the way down, however you felt guided, because there was some healing waters with the Piscean energy, and yeah, and the mermaids messages, very, very healing, a lot of feminine energy. Okay, and the sea soul or Cecile. Weird. Okay, deeply felt the vibrations. Okay, so this says it's in the west. Now, if it's combined with the other cards from east, now maybe we will wait. It's almost like I want to have a little bookmark or something. I'm going to set this in here for a second, because I also want to see now what we have over here. 45, or is this 24? Okay, weird. So everything's kind of in sync. I mean, I did a little shuffling, but not too much. So we're kind of letting it go with the flow and learning this deck as well. That brings in the Sag energy and the Aries. So very fiery, the 24th. And then we have this alchemic symbol, the triangle. Is that right underneath it? Yes, I want to see. 23, 24. Okay, so we are kind of in order. Oh, yeah, we got more Leo energy over here. Okay, or the fire energy. Whoa, you can see through there. The triangle. Because I also see the bees. So that could give you, oh my gosh, Cliff, what is this? Oh, Jed. Is Jeb or Jed someone's name? Cliff, how weird. I don't know. That just popped out of my mouth. So that's for someone. But the interesting, because I also see, the bees representing like the 19 cards of the sun. But I always think of bees as busy bees, or Aries, even some Gemini, Sag energy around the work for the honey. Okay. Here, how should we do this? So I'm also going to now incorporate the other archetypes. We have the truth. Ooh, deep truths coming to light during this time. Alethea. 50, 60, 75, 67, 77. Okay, even in your partnership, Libra energy, okay, Cancer sign, the 77th. Okay, Alethea, deep truths. I'll make sure. I gotta double check the camera, guys. That one looks dark. Interesting. Dark and light, black and white. Deep truths. Okay, and over here, that gnosis, but that wisdom is being gained. No way. The spider web. Thanatos. being caught in something. This one is intense here. The web, waiting patiently, 50, 60, 73. 73? Weird. Okay. So Gnosis was there. If you were dealing with Aries or you have that in your chart, tune into theirs. That's where we also completed Gnosis. They had the mother energy and the crone, okay? And connection to the for ancestors or past on loved ones or finding connection even. Weird. Kind of put it down just a little bit. All right, we're gonna start with that. We're seeing black and white here. Okay. Now I want to look underneath here too. And the horse, the 18 card, 1825. See, isn't it? It's like the chariot. Riding a horse by the ocean or movement. Okay, 18. Let's see what 18 is. It looks like, what is that? The number 5? 518. Taurus, hello. And 525, even Gemini. Fairly calm. Feels very calm. Okay. Now let's go. Because I also want to see 18. See, so they are a little. Oh, they are a little bit. 62 is south. Okay. Because deciphering these, we need to know what other cards are with them. The guide is the bee as well. So this could be someone who is a guide for you. Or you could be coming off that way. 60 or 61. Even Gemini or a Leo, Sag, Aries. Generosity, community. Those could be ages even. And then that Cancer sign. Okay, south. So weird. Southwest. West, south. Travel. 5859. Taurus. Or someone being 58, 59. Scorpio. The 13th. The guide. The guide is your horse. So if you're guided more by the horse versus the bee, okay? And it could be both, right? Travel, speed, transition, progress, sovereignty, restlessness. Okay, literally yesterday after I finished the Aries video, we like spontaneously like went out to our favorite restaurant and some other stuff. And I like have this ability of like dodging. Like I go with the times that are not like busy, like in between, like seriously, like at like 4 or something before the lunch rush or like 3:30 or something. It was so weird. And then the other stop we made, we like kind of waited for it to clear out. It's like getting, because when there's so much noise and chaos, I don't know. Anyways, so sovereignty, progress, transition, speed, and restlessness. Yeah. Leo, Sag, Scorpio. Okay, especially if you have that in your chart. And I feel like this is also a desire to, or 18, being barely 18. 18 and left. You got it. So we're going south. Okay, so that's what I needed to know. The directions. West and south. Now, if the ocean appears with south, that's what we're going to see. We got to put the dots together. When combined with cards from the direction of east, then thoughts of the visions. Okay, wait. South. Why isn't it showing me? East, okay. South, there we go. If combined with cards from the south, the creative and regenerative aspects of ocean may be emphasized. So this is good. Like this is creative, regenerative aspects of the ocean. The truth. Some deep truth. Wow. Okay, the south. Okay, there are many directions in which it may be appropriate to place horse, but this powerful animal's association with wealth and status, as well as its role in several cultures, are pulling the chariot of the sun, Makes it an ideal guide for the direction of south. If we look at the image on the card, we can easily see that the most distinct quality displayed by the horse is in motion. This guide can help us through our periods of travel or transition, from matters as mundane as a vacation to profound life changes. Taken to its extreme, this energy can become restless and wild, finding it difficult to settle in one location or to focus on one goal. Horse has always been a symbol of the spirit of the land, particularly in the ancient British and Celtic culture. In a reading, horse maybe you're okay. So, because I brought that up about you could be someone who's born in the year of the horse, even okay. I mean, and we are in the year of the horse, okay. So reflecting on that as well. Ooh, and I don't have my horse up here because I have the egg as well. I don't know why I felt like symbolism, because a lot of these cards were picked at that new moon in Pisces and then we have Easter eggs and all this stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, let's handle it. We have star seed too that's been coming forth, and new inspiration, new passion. Egypt, weird. Okay. Hecate, Eponia. Okay. The Greek and the Celtic is Rihanna. Weird. I forgot Rihanna. I did see Rihanna. And so there's this awe-inspiring is like the name of this store. And I keep seeing, like, I do these weird things where I like just share. I was like, well, they're advertising goddess necklaces and jewelry and things like that. I'm like, oh. And I was seeing all of them. We've like, Eponia, the Roman and Gaul. The Celtic is Rhiannon. Eponia. Okay. I'm feeling really guided in because with this one, Sleipnir, Rihanna. Oh my gosh. All these have poem stories to tell and lessons to teach. Okay, that's from Norse. Okay. Mythic figures that are particularly associated with the horse. So when I felt guided to purchase a beautiful horse from Libra Soul in Florida. Okay, so maybe you're heading west and south or something like this, or there's a different connection, different oceans even. Oceans apart. Oh, where oceans meet. Okay, weird. A pilgrimage. Okay, so right now, yeah, I mean, the pilgrim did come through for the Aries energy. So there was connection. So keep that in mind, guys. If you have strong Aries placements, there can be other further guidance. A spiritual pilgrimage. Okay, so it's with the West. Let's see what it says about West. The wild, wild West. The card of the West is possible. Ooh, there's fear. A fear of emotional commitment is indicated, or potentially escape from an unhappy situation. It's important to note that it could also show the opposite, racing into something rather than away from it. Ooh, the truth, even. Alethea. Okay, let's see Alethea. Which I said was... I see the river and the horse again. The river and the horse. Weird. See? So even by the river, by water, 130, 131, acceptance, bury, forgiveness, grace, damn, reflection, acceptance. Look, and we have Cancer sign energy and Aquarius, 130, 131. Barry, Lopez, river. I don't know. There's always a synchronicity when I open it, and we have so much water on this energy here. Okay, you can only resist the river for so long. Eventually, it will pull you toward change. So you may as well get in with the style and grace. Okay, so is this also have earth energy then? I'm deciphering, I don't know why. I can't always, I don't remember all of the triangles and stuff. Okay, the river is emotion. When you're in its current, you will know it by the bursting forth of tears. Laughter, song, despair, all the emotions flow in its current. Okay, I had the weirdest. I listened to Tool and Perfect Circle, James, Justin, Adam. The name Amanda been there too, quite a bit. Ben, no, and Dan. Um, what am I gonna say here? I mean, we have like scorpionic energy with transformation. That's your opposite coming forward pretty strong. I'm getting William. William's coming through. Maybe in Tiffany. Okay, River and Barry. The name Grace these can all instill water, a torment of emotions if someone's unbalanced, flooding, overwhelmed. Going deeper with River Notes. Ronnie. Still water. Weird. I don't know. I feel guided though to share that. The many rituals, movement, the vision, a vision coming through, a dream, the dream imagined, revealed. Oh, 55, 5. Even about an Aries, a Libra, a Cancer sign, a Leo, the Twin Peaks, David Lynch with a Y, The Dream by Frida Kahlo, a synchronicity. Okay. You can gauge how connected you are to your vision by how tired you are. Since the vision feeds us energy, it affects our life force and vitality. Look at art. You loved when you were young and listened to old records and poems. These are all ways to activate the vision. Old records and poems and art. When in light, pure imagination, synchronicities, and trusting. Yeah, did I tell you? Oh, I forgot to finish telling that. So, some of the stuff that I ended up purchasing, and I'm talking about money because, Taurus. I know you'd be buying lots of stuff. We like things. I said we because I have a Taurus moon, but anyways, it was like perfect. So I'm kind of, it was 444. 4. So I was like, yes, it is time. Perfect timing. Everything. Because it was for family too. My foundation, my home, organization. So no guilt surrounding something, taking a trip, moving somewhere even, so I mean, there might be some heavy emotions. So I also see this as needing to kind of detach a little bit, going by the ocean, take some time alone, right? To like let it, the emotion come forth. It's healing. Or a connection with that. Maybe you're the horse. I don't know. I'm not like studied up on remembering all those things. What I wanted to say is I've mentioned 2 of her readers and 2 of Kev and then Linda Likes Tarot, and they're both, they have, nice followings and everything. There's something about the AI and stuff too. And there's a lot of AI that I'm not against. I really love it. I think it's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's fun. Okay. Especially with music videos. Like, I love that stuff. Okay, Lou. But there is some parts of it that when you're using it for manipulation, yeah, I mean, that's pretty clear. And some people do, to hide and manipulate, like catfishers and things like that, right? We have mystery. So I also saw in synchronicities. So, listening to Lorian Lunatic Astrology's Spring Equinox, she was sharing about her own dream and stuff like that, and how she has had prophetic dreams, and the further, when it's first happening, you think it's maybe something personal, and sometimes it is your own hidden fears or unconsciousness or something like this about, your waking life, but then other times it's, so that's also about trusting your own intuition. The more that, you know, I mean, these are crazy traumatic things though, with some of the visions, right? They're not like always like, oh, everything's great. It's like having a vision of something bad that could be happening potentially and not really wanting to. So it could be a sense of like being guided to like move away because there is something in your energy or in your current area, you know, like run to the hills, get away. I don't know. That's weird. The gem. Okay. We going to the truth. Okay, we'll see if the venom was there. I did flip it to the venom. Maybe an Aries, a Sag, poison, curse, toxin. Okay, so the other song was actually The Grudge, okay, by Tool, and it talks about transmuting. Damn, like James, okay, whatever, Maynard Keenan, he's Aries energy, but it talks about transmuting and forgiveness and turning it into gold and alchemizing things, okay? The other song is Zombie by Tool. Face like a sultan, I do. The seed has been planted and the stone. Okay, so if you connect with stone, okay, check out the Aries one. The mirror. Oh, Heavenly Heathens Tarot, check her out. If it's you're seeing a reflection of the mirror. Sorry, I'm trying to get to it, but as I'm flipping through the book, I do get like inspiration guided. Someone completed something, this innermost knowing, mystic truths, okay? Gnosis, 217, 214, 216. Ooh, that's what the apocalypse is. Apparently, we're jumping over here to Thanatos, okay? So, I was trying to get to this, deep truths, but basically that's what it is. Excuse me. Grab your coffee, your water, your tea. Okay, we got the Yeti. Pink egg, yeah, so it doesn't want to talk. Look. Ooh, the spider web. So I get this song also, but it's called Spiders, and it's like, and the dream thing, okay? And it's by a System of a Down. Chino, Abe, or something, right? And it's spiders. It talks about all the dreams winding through her hair. Dottie. The spiders. A wolf spider too. Weird. I don't know. Like we getting Charlotte's Web stuff in words or something. Trying to save the pig, okay? Wilbur. No way, 213. Death. This is why. What? There's so much Scorpio. I mean, I guess that's your opposite. And Aquarius, something could have happened. A mower? Philip? Oh. So yesterday, 320. So in that Piscean energy, Chuck Norris passed away at the age of 86. I'm telling you this. And then there was also Xander. He would played on Buffy the Vampire Slayer at like 56 or something. So there's some connection. But Chuck Norris was a Piscean, so I kept noticing the patterns of something here. Weird. Larkin, dude. Philip Larkin, the mower. Go deeper. I'm also getting Evan and Constance or Connie. I'm getting like Keanu Reeves movie and the Constantine show. And then I got another Tool, or is it might be Perfect Circle. Perfect Circle. There's like 3 different bands that connect with Maynard, but it's in Leo energy too. Capricorn. And it's passive. So making an enemy. It could be a brother or something. Weird. Also, I do see things are transforming. Something could have happened. Like, oh, that was Friday the 13th. So maybe there's something about that. Jason, 212, 213. Aquarius and Scorpio. Woo! Okay, I just got the goosebumps all over. Ooh, it's like goosebumps. It's tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is going on and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos. Some of you, okay, it was 302. Why did I say 302? Okay, Piscean or 320, because I saw RIP, PIR. Like, and I saw a dog even or something. For some of you, it's like 320 was that. And maybe it's an ancestor or someone. We have connection here, or you were there with them. And the other thing is my grandmother came through. It was like her 90th birthday, like the memories. And in it was a really cool picture because it was like celebrating her 90th birthday. And this was 11 years ago. And it was me and then my two daughters. And the youngest one is like flipping everyone off and grabbing my face. Like, I mean, there's a cuteness to it, okay? She got a little, and she's a Taurus. She's got a little attitude, okay? But then I saw that and it was like, I had all those generations. I had the crone, the mother, and the maiden, triple goddess energies. And so it was weird because it was like, I had just completed during the Aries video and it talked about the unseen and connection with ancestors. Okay. So especially when it is like birthday season, I know we think of them or they're coming forth for that connection. It is about understanding spirituality and believing in the afterlife. Connection to God as well and higher source. Facing Thanatos, Hecate. Death leads us to Aletheia. Oh, you kidding me? That's why it made me go here first. You see? That's what you got. Weird. Look at this. Whoa. High Priestess energy too. Emily. Not just I bumped this. No, this goes to the Transparent Tarot that they work with. And we're working with both this month of April. Okay, High Priestess connection. The wisdom, intuitive. There's connection. This is mediumship too. But also for your own. So this facing this gives you closer to the truth. That's so weird. We got to go over here. That bumped. So there's a new ambition, new passion. There is some Gemini energy, okay? With the dragons. This connection with the dragons strong here too. And the book of knowledge or book of wisdom, okay? What? This is a heavy burden though. Someone feels like, oh, this is about protection, feeling protected, protecting a child, protecting your inner child, this new ambition, or even trying something new. Okay, because I see a Page of Wands energy. Okay, no, that could be an Aries person, okay, or this new ambition, or that Leo, you know, whatever it is, or your own inner spark. So ancestors watching over even the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, whatever, and that ambition and passion. They could be a Sag. Even I always see the dragon as Sag, but I get a lot of fire. Okay. Scorpionic too. Okay, this is grieving, mourning, bearing witness to all. That is. When in dark, there's fear or insensitivity to old age, illness, and the dying. Okay, so we live in a very a weird world when it has to do with aging, doesn't it? Everything's about anti-age, youth. So I actually had a lovely perspective listening to, you know, elder women and their perspective. They see it as hate speech, always promoting anti-aging. And I understand that instead of, you know, aging gracefully. Okay, you know, we live in that world where they're gonna market and push all these things, and I understand, dude. I got my, you know, my skincare regime, and I like to take vitamins and things like that, but there's a fear of this. So even think about like how a grandchild going to like a great grandchild or a great grandparent, and they're kind of like creeped out. Let's be honest, okay? They a little bit, okay? Wow, that's so crazy. Okay, so that's what it says here. Also, there are those with a great gift for navigating Thanatos energy. Thankfully, we find these generous souls in emergency rooms, hospitals, hospice centers, and the like. Um, so, dude, this is kind of crazy. I mean, I share what I've, you know, with my own personal. I was with my mom during her last week, and it was one of the, I remember I was 33, and I was not like, I don't know, not very, I was not religious or spiritual really or anything um during that time. And I mean, what I witnessed, it started all of this. I mean, but there's always grieving. Um hmm. But then when you find that connection, hmm, it's a sense of solace with that, okay? Annihilation. Hmm. Consequences. Forever changed. Okay. Thanatos, as it sweeps us under its wings, makes us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. Oh boy. So this is maybe that part of that connection. Whew. Okay. The Mower. So I don't know this. It says To Go Deeper by Philip Larkin. The Mower. 213. Weird. That's what we're starting with. Okay. Now we have to get to the truth. Right? So you have to face that, and then that's the truth, and then there's movement. Emotions, releasing these. Taurus. Okay. There she is, 220, 221. I'm all, there she is. Kurt Cobain's birthday, Pisces, and the truth. Oh, do we really have to go there again, Joe? And Grantley Buffalo and Honey, don't think. Clarity, revelation, disclosure. Matt, the goddesses, Ma'at, which is also, and Veritas. So Egyptian goddess Ma'at, about, I always feel like she's a Libra energy, weighing the scales, the heart, okay, the laws, okay, and something was broken. I did see an oath broken. Gemini Sag energy, even speaking about it, an oath being broken. Yin Yang, we have Taoism here. Kurt Cobain, that's his birthday. So always think of these things, the truth. Our soul recognizes the truth when someone speaks it. A cool wave of relief washes over the room, and all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. Such is the power of aletheia. It has an undeniable resonance that goes beyond the rational. We can also recognize aletheia by its contagiousness. When we hear someone speak the truth, we see the truth within ourselves and are more likely to tell our own story. The Aletheia card requires us to step toward an act of truth. This might look like a conversation, a gesture. Oh, I said a gesture. Okay, that's like what we got the Joker. Okay. A poetic act, a gesture, or a ritual that honors the unveiling of what's been concealed. Reclaiming your own truth is a way to reclaim your vital energy, health, and sense of well being in the world. Truth has its own wings, set it free. So when in darkness, there's distortion and gaslighting and excuses. This is when we get like that Darvo. So this is where we even talk about people denying that they said or did something. And, you know, arguing, bickering, okay, passive aggressive, even weird pokes, actually, okay, pointing the finger, especially when there's a conversation about something that goes across your boundaries, okay, that somebody did something here. Dang. And there could be emotions. Okay. Picasso said, we all know that art is not truth. Art is a lie that makes us realize truth, that leads to truth that is given to us to understand. And so with the art, my perspective, the more I learn about the character behind the artist, the more I am uninspired and unimpressed. There's something now about Pablo Picasso. I feel sick inside. If you actually do a deep dive in the history and the womanizing and a 63-year-old man and a 23-year-old and like and all these different things, the way he actually used his skills, okay, so people who were artists, he took advantage of them, young, grooming, and he was a womanizer. And so I'm very unimpressed. Okay, and so the coolest thing though actually has something really special for you guys' birthday. Okay, because I love art too. The Mona Lisa, we will see what it is because you know I like doing the mini brands. If you've been around, it's fun. Okay, and I found this new one. I don't know how it will work out, but I might even give it to my kids for Easter. My kids are getting older. So anyways, I don't know. But it is like art. So Van Gogh, Monet is one of the Monets. Monet. That's the Venetian energy to me as well. It's that creativity, that, you know, stuff like that. I did see something really horrific. Someone trying to call it European art, and it was children. And not okay. This guy got arrested in Utah. Yeah, so you know that's the truth. The truth is, speaking honestly, whether it is, you know, this is not trying to be a people pleaser either. Damn. The truth also about a death or a death penalty or an ending. Whoa. Whoa. Maybe you guys wondering even like Kurt Cobain and all that. I mean, them reinvestigating it. It was like 96 or something. Why does it take so long? Huh? Why? Joe. What do you know, Joe? It is said that the resonance of our voice changes when we speak a falsity. In this light, practicing truth as a vibration, right? So if their voice quivers, and I mean, you know what I mean? Okay, damn. So those are your archetypes to begin this month. This is some crazy energy, Taurus. I was debating whether or not to never mind. I'm not going to get into it, but I do want to double check on this side, which I really think this is like some sun energy with the 24 card. And is it 35? I'm trying to see. 23, 24. And what else do we have here? Are these ones going in order? 22. 22, 23, 24. So those could also be days, 24, 23, 22. So we're a countdown over here. Whoa, I kind of shifted it. Let's see. The levels. Something. Okay. So 23, 24. So we're going backwards. Okay, there we go. Perfectly. Sunset, an ending, a completion. 7-2, 7-3. Those could also have been, I mean, I have this velvet, this honey nectar. I just use this in here, and as I turn the page, it says about romance. So this month we do have some romance energy as well, potentially at sunset in the west. Okay, so we have the Wild West over there. So we got the west on both sides here. Closure. The sun sets in the west. Resolution, a natural ending, romance, peace, and relaxation. So a natural ending. This maybe someone passed from a natural death, okay, or something like this. If an ancestor or something, or this relationship came to its completion, okay. And now there's relaxation. Okay. Even a grandfather, a Cancer sign, Libra, Taurus, Gemini's, 9, 9, 10 as well, and 24. 424. A beautiful sunset evokes feeling of peace, relaxation, and perhaps daydreams of romantic walks along the beach with a lover, real or imagined. The light of sunset transforms the land with its golden tones, and even a concrete city can attain a mythical, otherworldly glow. This time of day signals the descent into another way of being, a liminal time when worlds meet and the hectic day gives way to whatever joys the evening may hold. When it appears in a reading, sunset speaks of a natural ending as part of a greater cycle. Just as we know better than to panic as the sun vanishes from sight at the end of the day, so we know that for everything that ends, something new will rise to take its place. If there is any sadness in this event, it is the wistful remembrance of the day that has passed. But there is always the knowledge of more days to come. Now is the time to reflect on your past achievements as well. Take stock and relax for a while, dreaming of what is yet to come. When sunset is combined with the cards from the east, okay, we have west. Let's see, we've seen west. It says if it's with its own direction, sunset may indicate romantic time shared with a special someone, okay, or remembrances of a past love, or of the gentle ending of a current relationship. Shared. Okay. I got the song Rush, actually. Neil Pratt, or not the song, the band, and Closer to the Heart actually had quite a few beautiful songs. Smokin' and Boston. Smokin', Boston. Okay, Closer to the Heart, Neil. And Rush. Also got Sting, so Gordon. And it's Shape of My Heart. Okay. And then The Perfect Circle is James and Maynard. The Perfect Circle again is Talk Talk. Sit and speak like Jesus. Try and walk like Jesus. James. Then he says in that, even, and he's holding the heart. Okay, I'm seeing like an anatomical heart. It's both red and blue. And eat the elephant. So it speaks about the scriptures too, with faith without works is dead. So then this to me is about your faith without putting action to where you're being guided. Is your faith means nothing. And not to just sit and it says, oh, thoughts and prayers. That's like cake in a crisis. Oh, the West. Weird. Wild, Cleopatra. Is it you again? Cleopatra. Wild West. I get in this song. It's called Wild West. I can't remember. I didn't listen to it today, but okay. The element of water, again, wow, so much water, so much Scorpio and Cancer sign. 7170, emotion healing. Okay, so it was upside down. That's what I see now. I see now it has water. Sunset by the water? Okay. So have you seen the photography? I mean, maybe there's something like that too. I'm really guided as well. Like I'm saying, if you guys hadn't listened to that Sea Soul Journeys for March, um, and being, is this one the awe? Being in awe. Okay. The elemental symbol of water is simple blue inverted triangle, which is here embellished with ripples emanating. Someone, see, and it appeared to be earth energy because it was flipped upside down when I first looked at it. Yeah, because it points down, the triangle. Oh, water is a feminine element with strong connection to childbirth and on a larger scale, the origins of life. As with many things that connect to the beginning of life, water is also linked to the leaving of it, such as rivers, weird, of the underworld that carry the spirits of the dead to their destination. Water has the ability to take many forms and can either be creative or destructive. Once again, being reiterated about the floods, okay? Or tsunamis, okay? Or something like that. Most of the surface of our planet is water. And the microcosms reflect the macrocosm. Our bodies are also, all life has water. Mostly water. Thus, whatever affects water also affects us, and all of us are subject to its cycles of ebb and flow. When appearing in a reading, water speaks of the fluid realms of emotions and intuition, and thus stands for people in related professions such as healers, poets, counselors. No way, Scorpio, of course, poets and counselors. Cancer signs, Scorpio and Pisces, of course. Okay, it is combined with the West. So let me see. Its own is West. Okay, emotions can be overwhelming and difficult to control. Okay, I'm understanding because there could be grieving about an ending. Okay, or like it's like the sunset. Maybe it's like, so I'm getting where someone is being touched by a very beautiful moment. Even if it feels bittersweet, it's going to be different for where, the emotions come forth. Even you won't be able to hold them back because, we need to express. Whether it is tears of happiness, joy, or feeling, I have felt that connection where, it's not grief, but for some it might be. And the West again, the rain is coming. Now the rain comes. Oh, melancholy, even cleansing, upset, dissatisfaction, 68, 69, maybe dealing with a Gemini or another Taurus or a Cancer sign. I didn't mean to say that. Aquarius, or being the ages, the 22nd, Scorpio, Virgo, Sag energy as well. 413 is spotlighted. No, for this month, the new moon is going to be in Aries energy. I believe it's 417. Okay. And so when we get into your guys' sun sign energy as well, that full moon's in your opposite. That's the way, it works. So we have Aries Libra energy. The full moon's in the Libra energy. So also where that your partnership or something like this, or where Libra is in your charts, of course. And I have Mercury in Scorpio. I'm always like, why is there always so much Scorpio energy that comes out of me? I have so much Libra. And then that dang Mercury in Scorpio. These are just heavy topics. And rain. Okay, healing though. It is well-known fact that our moods can be drastically affected by the weather, of course. And rain is probably the guiltiest party when it comes to the move of negative side emotions. We're in for stormy weather. What is this? Talking Heads, David Byrne. Watch out. Burning down the house. We're in for stormy weather. Okay. And it's not comfortably cold and wet. Songs and poetry of a more melancholy theme often speak of endless rain as an outward reflection of inner angst. However, there are very definitely two sides of the meaning of this card. For though it can signify a downturn in emotions, it's important for us to be able to express and acknowledge our darker feelings in order that they do not simply well up inside of us and lay stagnant, causing illness. Yes. Just as the world would be dry dust without the life-giving rain, so we need the healing catharsis of emotional expression. I did get the name Devin come through, two different even, multiple people. Devin and Kevin. Okay, once we've released the pain, we can await the next glimpse of the sun when combined with cards from the east. Okay. Yeah, so what is with the west? So they're all kind of connected, right? Deep emotional issues, potential for profound healing and wisdom. So there's potential for profound healing and wisdom. Wow. Okay. These are so crazy, right? Okay, so I think I'm going to leave it there to end this first message for your month of April. We are 110, 1022, 1023. Weird. A lot of Capricorn. I did see 110, which is like, different dynamics. I'm trying to remember the age I saw though. Gosh. But a potential miswiring or check for alignment. I don't know what. And Scorpionic with those others. Okay. So check my channel for your next videos where I'm going to dive just a little bit deeper. I don't want to do too many. But there is more to this story. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into the Transparent Oracle and the Wild Unknown. And then when we get to your third video, maybe we'll do the love messages first. I don't know, the Pink Tarot. I was starting with Modern Life. That one is weird, okay? And then we have pop art as well. So once again, check my channel for all those different messages. I'll try and put those in the title for wherever you feel most guided, all right? Thank you, Tauruses. Bye-bye.